So guys, I need to address this real quick. This thing about this Kata Ife song and Risky being the reason why Kata Ife song was removed from what's it called from streaming platform. So here is the thing: you need to understand that it's an album year for Wizkid, and Wizkid is under RCA. You understand? So this is how this thing works. First of all, let me take it from the infringement part of that particular song, Machala. Verse 2 happens to be a copyrighted material. Go and listen to Peru by Fireboy. The words for words, everything was actually Fireboy's line. That is copyright. And on that streaming platform, that is not allowed. So that alone, if Fireboy had reported the moment that song came out, there would have been a problem. The song would have been down since day one. Note, the day the song was supposed to be released on Apple Music, there was a little bit of conflict. If you follow up, it was supposed to be released on a certain day, but it couldn't make it to Apple Store while other stores already have the songs. That could have been one of the major reasons again, then the copyright aspect of it. But it's scaled through. Bringing down of that particular song might not even be about Wizkid, because the verse 2 had Peru, para. The verse 2 had the lines in it. So that one alone is a disqualification on the streaming platform. That is, if Fireboy's management are taking a step, then now why the whole attention is on Wizkid is simply because the Machala thing and everything. You need to understand that Wizkid is signed to a big distribution company. There are big distribution companies that are handling its distribution. The last thing they want is to invest a lot of money preparing for a certain project. And there's one particular song that is causing contradiction. Like the name Machala has been branded by Wizkid, like we all know. So when a name has been branded and there is a song out there that is as powerful as that Machala song, can actually affect the sales and the stream of Wiz himself. So it's just a simple business strategy. This might not even be about Wizkid. This might even be about the distribution company that are trying to avoid contradictions of name search on the SEO, that's the search engine optimizer, probably on YouTube, on Spotify, on Google, on Apple Music, and all of that. So later I got to hear that it also affected what's it called, Terry. So you need to understand something. The name Starboy has been branded. So if any project comes out under Starboy for Terry and he uses that brand, Wizkid automatically owns that project. There was a time Starboy had issue with Terry, or let me just say fans were whining Terry to start disrespecting Wizkid, and Terry was tweeting all sorts of stuff. From a reliable source, Wizkid put a call through and said everything that's got to do with Terry and Starboy, he wants everything done under 24 hours. As a matter of fact, I didn't hear from an outsider. I'm not going to mention this person's name. She's a big fish in the industry, a very strong person that happens to be a very close friend of mine. She was the one that got involved with some other people that had to beg Wizkid that Wizkid just please let it go. Terry literally had to call Wizkid and start apologizing. I even heard it got to the level of him even prostrating. And if you go back to sometimes last year or last 2 years, there was a time Terry was going on social media, on Twitter people were pushing him. He himself was running his mouth. But trust me, they got him into a very huge trouble. That Wizkid literally said they should bring down all the projects that's got Starboy Terry, that they should bring everything down. Most of you don't even know about this. So now that might actually be the case. But I can legit tell you that this FS song it doesn't have anything to do with like Wizkid call. But you should understand that like it's got a deal with a distribution company and they need to make their money back. So anything that is going to contradict his new project. It's his album year. That's one of the major reasons why I didn't even repost that song. That's the major reason why I didn't even show any support, because this is his album year. There's limitation to what you're going to do in favor of other artists. As at last year, MI had a song with Buju. Empire won't allow MI release the song, and Empire won't allow Buju to collaborate with any artist. The only artist that was strong enough that Empire didn't disturb was Reminisce. That is why I look at some of you. You'll be shouting, this rapper get level, this person get level past one person. No. Forget what you watch on TV. The only rapper or the only artist that collaborated with Buju after the deal for Empire came, that was able to release their song, their project together, was Reminisce, and that was when they dropped Ozu. Buju and Empire were the reason why MI album came too late for you, for some of you that doesn't know. Because Empire would not allow it to happen. They want Buju's project to drop. I think along the line they were able to like figure something out that not allow the album. I don't even know if the track with Buju and MI, I don't even know if it's in MI's album. I'm not sure. But if it is not there, it was due to the fact that MI was not patient enough, and he couldn't hold it anymore. He just had to like drop his thing. You understand? There's a lot behind closed doors that most of you don't know how it works, how it's been done. You think it's just about whatsoever you read on social media and everything. No. Wizkid is a big artist. He's got a structure, a company, a big international multi-million dollars company that is sponsoring project, that is in deal with, official deal, well-documented deal. People that understand how the business is being done, that understand how stream works. If anyone should go on any streaming platform and try to use Wizkid name to push their song, they have a software that can get rid of all those things immediately. And when you Google or you search Starboy Wizkid or anything, you're going to get Wizkid exactly. There won't be any affiliated this thing. So now, even if Efe doesn't take his time and he wants to be using the Machala thing in his music, everything, they'll continue bringing it down. Because all those streaming platforms only knows one Machala, and that is Wizkid. And let me give you a perfect example. Whenever you're feeling something on your YouTube and they ask you to create a tag, a name tag that can be associated to the content you are posting, just like your, what's it called, your TikTok or your whatsoever. When you create your hashtag Burna Boy, this that, so there's tendency that whenever people search Burna Boy, even if Burna Boy is not in your video, with the help of your hashtag, your video can surface in the search as well, depending on how strong your page is, or the SEO, that's the search engine optimizer. You understand? So this thing does not have anything to do with Wiz per se. If Wiz actually wanted to, like, play self-centered thing with Efe, it will have been the week of release. He will have made that report, or Empire or whatsoever company or RCA that is handling the distribution. It will have been the first week of the release of that song, or the first day that they will have made that complaint that the name Machala belongs to so person. They need to bring it down. So this might not even be Wiz. It might even be Fireboy. It might even be them Fireboy people, because the song, there were too much copyrighted stuff were on the song, from the chorus calling Wizkid the Machala thing, and from the verse 2 as well, copyrighted words as well. So these are some things I feel like most of you out there needs to understand. All of you will just come. Some people will do small video and put their picture on that. They'll be doing like this, saying, see what Wizkid did to Kata Efe and everything. This song is not original enough. You need to understand. That same particular week, I did a distribution for someone, and Apple Music didn't accept the distribution simply because there were some copyrighted materials on it, and it's been registered already. If I do a music, if I use California Love Beats to do a remix of the music and I upload it online, there's tendency for them to bring it down. Go to your YouTube, whenever you use a soundtrack that has been monetized by a certain artist, they don't give you monetization for the video. They might allow the video to stay. The audio might still be there, but you won't be able to get monetization for the video simply because you've used a copyrighted material. You've used someone else's intellectual property. So people, you need to be well informed. Don't just come on socials and start saying, yeah, Whiskey said they should bring down this thing. Whiskey doesn't support. No, it is not Whiskey's decision. I am not going to put $100 million or whatsoever on a project and someone is going to be contradicting my project and I won't be able to get my numbers right and everything. Who does that? Heck.